Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to show you some very important commands that we use to make sure the stacking has been done properly and all the cables have been secured properly and the stack is functioning properly. So this is a 3750X stack. In this stack, you will see two different kind of stack. One is the regular switch stack, other one is the power stack. So I'm going to reserve this video for the next one. So let's look at this one first, the regular switch stacking. Here are the commands that we use for this purpose. The first is you use this command show switch and put a question mark. It will be very easy not remembering all these commands. Sometime when you do every day, you will remember without the question mark, but always you can use the question mark to look at what are the commands you will get after this question mark. But regardless, you need to remember at least the first one or two words to use the question mark. Otherwise, you have to use a broader question mark that will give you a lot of option, and then you have to read through those entire list of things. So let's look at here. Show switch question mark, and you have a bunch of options here. If you use this command by itself, you will see this output. This will be the output. So you will see all the 4 switches in the stack. And the first command you can use is, as you know, Cisco switch stack can accommodate maximum 9 switches, 1 to 9. So that's why it says 1 to 9 switch number. So if you use show switch number 1, you will see the master here, the details of the first switch. And you use the so switch 2, you will get switch 2 detail. The next command is show switch detail. This will give you show detail information about the stack ring. Here is the output. So you use the command show switch detail, you will get all these outputs. Very valuable output from this command. So that is all the switches here. That is the first command you use here. So switch. And you also get the neighbor information also here. This is the way you can make sure your stack is functioning properly. This doesn't tell you your stack is functioning properly, because you might lose one pair of cable, a stacking cable, and you still have all these switches showing you properly, but the ring is operating in a half speed or not optimal speed. If you look at here, you can see how the stacking has been done. If you see here, this is a stack port details. Everything says okay, so all the ports are connected and functioning properly, and you can see the neighbors. So the first switch has the neighbors 4 and 2. In port 1, switch 4 is connected, port 2, switch 2 is connected. Let's look at this diagram. So in here, the first switch, port 1 connected to, so the switch 4 is the neighbor, and this is connected to 2. So the switch 2 is the neighbor. So you can see all the correlation, who are the neighbors. So let's look at another one. For switch 2, the neighbor is, if you see, this is connected to 3 and this is connected to 1. So 1 and 3 are the neighbors. you see switch 2, 1 and 3 are the neighbors. So you get the idea how to look at the neighbors here. But the stacking has to be done this way. The port 2 like this, you see it's organized very properly, and then you connect the first port from the switch 1 to the last port in switch 4. It's applicable to if you stack 9 switches, you will do the same thing, and you take a longer cable and bring back that one from port 1 to 9, port 1 to port 2 of the 9th switch. The idea is, think about this way. So you lose this cable, stacking cable. If you lose this stacking cable, what will happen is the stack will function still properly, and all the switch will be able to communicate through these stack ports. So say you lose this one, so you have this one. So say this is port switch 3, right? And when you lose this one, so this is losing connection with switch 4, but switch 3 still have connection to switch 1. And how it's going to send the data to switch 4? Because it lost the connection this way, in this direction. However, this has connection to switch 3, switch 2, switch 2 has connection to switch 1, and then 1 has connected to switch 4. So switch 3 still can send the data to switch 4. And if you take this one, if you lose this cable from switch 2 to 3, 2 will lose the connection to 3 this way. However, it can send the data to switch 1, come to switch 4, and from 4 to 3. So you can still reach switch 3 in this way. So that's why you have to stack in this way. So if one stack port or one stack cable go bad, you still have connection to the ring. But if you lose 2 cables, basically this stack is going to split in 2 different stacks. So you have to be careful, and you should be paying attention to your monitoring tools. Make sure you don't lose sight of these kind of alerts. So go back here. So we looked at how we look at the neighbors. And here, if we go to the next command, switch detail, and we looked at the neighbor. So let's look at show switch neighbors. Show switch neighbors. So it's still going to give you the same output what you have here in switch details. So this command, this command is included in this switch details. And let's look at the other one, stack ports, show switch stack ports. So switch stack, and if you put a question mark here, this is the first command you can use. So switch stack ports. And in this way you can make sure all the stack ports are functioning properly. But so switch details include this command, show switch stack ports and so switch neighbors, right? So basically you can combine these two commands into one command, that is so switch details. So let's look at the next command is, so we looked at these ones. So switch stack ports, stack neighbors, and then other one is so switch stack ports summary. And if you use the question mark, so the best practice is, so you go with this, you increase the number of options you get using the question mark. So you will get more option if there is more option there. If you don't have any option, you will end up with this CR command. That means you know there's nothing more than that. If you use this one, so switch stack port summary, it will give you a ton of details. So these are the switch ports. So 1, 1, 1, 2, that means 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, that means port 1, port 2, that's on the switch 1, and same way, up to switch 4. That's what it's here. So it tells all the stack ports are functioning properly, and it tells who are the neighbors. So say, port 1 is connected to 4. You know that 1 is connected to 4, 1 2 is connected to 2, 1 2 is connected to 2, and that way you can look at all of them where things are connected to, and then how much the cable length is. Everything is a 50 centimeter cable, and this one is 1 meter cable, because this has to be a long cable, and all these are smaller cable, 50 centimeter cable. And so link okay, link activity okay, they all just sync okay, changes to link okay, and this is also looking good. In loop back, no, there's no loop. So everything you can see, everything using this command about all this, the cable and the status. And the other one is so switch stack ring. This way you can make sure the ring is operating in full. Stack ring configuration has to be full, and stack ring speed is 32 gig. So you have to make sure this is operating properly. And the other one, I'm going to leave that for the next video, otherwise it's going to be a long video. So stack power. So there's a lot to learn with regard to stack power and stack priority with regard to 3750X switches, because in this one Cisco introduced a whole different concept of how the power is shared. So I'm going to make another video on this one later on. All right, thanks for watching the video, and please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on the video. I will answer all your questions. All right, thanks, bye.